Let's start learning.
Hi there, everyone. Today we're going to learn how to divide by 5. Let's look at a division sentence. 25 divided by 5 equals blank. First, let's name the numbers in the division sentence. The number being divided is the dividend. The number that tells us what it is divided by is called the divisor. And the answer is the quotient. 25 divided by 5 equals what? A great way to solve a division problem is to use an array. So, we have 25. We're going to separate it into 5 groups or 5 rows. How many are we going to get in each row? Or, how many columns will there be? Let's try it. We can skip count by 5s until we get to 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's count our columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 divided into 5 groups gives us 5 in each group. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. That was a great example. Wow! Now, let's go through the division facts for 5. First, we'll look at the number sentence. Then we'll set up our array. We can skip count and count the groups. Here we go. 5 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're only skip counting up to 5. We have 1 column. 5 divided by 5 equals 1. 10 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 10. 5, 10. We have 2 columns. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. 15 divided by 5 equals what? 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 15. 5, 10, 15. We have 3 columns. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. 20 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. We have 4 columns. 20 divided by 5 equals 4. 25 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We have 5 columns. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. 30 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We have 6 columns. 30 divided by 5 equals 6. 35 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 35. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 7 columns. 35 divided by 5 equals 7. 40 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 8 columns. 40 divided by 5 equals 8. 45 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 9 columns. 45 divided by 5 equals 9. 50 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 10 columns. 50 divided by 5 equals 10. 55 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 55. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. 11 columns. 55 divided by 5 equals 11. 60 divided by 5 equals blank. 5 rows. We're skip counting up to 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 12 columns. 60 divided by 5 equals 12. Fantastic work. Now, let's see what you remember. We'll see the number sentence, then the array. Count the columns. If you're not sure, make your best guess. Here we go. 5 divided by 5 equals 10 divided by 5 equals 15 divided by 5 equals 20 divided by 5 equals 25 divided by 5 equals 30 divided by 5 equals 35 divided by 5 equals 40 divided by 5 equals 45 divided by 5 equals 50 divided by 5 equals 55 divided by 5 equals 60 divided by 5 equals Nice work, everyone. Parents, teachers, and homework helpers, please be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. A like will really help the channel, so please give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here today. I look forward to seeing you again. Take care, and remember, it never hurts to be nice.